in a 60-game season, it's hard to recover from a 7-game losing streak, and that's what the Indians need to do right now. What is they're 4 games ahead of Seattle, who had a game postponed because of the weather, the wind problems in Seattle. Detroit playing very well this year, at least lately. They're 4.5 games behind the Indians, so right now the Indians have that edge. But the way they're playing, I'm not sure how safe that is. D-Man, if you had to put down a bob or two, would you put it on the Indians making it?
Yes, they better get in. Let's put it that way, Les. I mean, last year, 93 wins, no playoffs. That stung enough. You turn around this year and you have the kind of lead and the kind of cushion that the Indians had over ninth place in the league when seemingly everybody's getting in to the postseason party. You blow that, you might as well shut the franchise down for 5 years, because that'll be the ultimate humiliation. I still think they're going to pull it off. I get it. You know, Gardy's hanging in. His Tigers are hanging in, and they're thinking, you know what? If we can rip off 3 out of 4 at Comerica starting Thursday, we cut that deficit down by 2, and who knows what happens the final, 10 games?
Yeah, of which the Indians play 4 against Chicago, the White Sox.
Yeah, I mean, I still like Cleveland's chances. I think their lead over the 9 spot is just too much to overcome. But that doesn't excuse the way they're playing. It doesn't excuse the overall lack of offense. Although last night the offense did enough to win, but then you have other crazy things happen, not just the back-to-back hit by pitches that Whitgren threw, but also that, horrendous situation where the Cubs' 5th run scored when Javi Baez went from first base to home on I believe it was an attempted steal.
Yep, ball went into center field.
Yeah, and then DeShields just isn't quick enough getting the ball in, and Baez never stopped. Now, I know the throw, if it's on target and doesn't hop, then they get him. But that's not the point. The point is Baez should have been out by 50 feet. There should have been no question you were going to get him out. And instead, he pushed that 5th run across, and it proved to be huge.
You just said something talking about what a disaster would be from the fans' point of view if they don't hold on and get that playoff spot. Then on top of that, you're talking about Lindor and what happens there. It's a big troubles brewing for sure.
Yeah, but again, all can be erased in this 2020 season, Les. It really doesn't matter a whole lot 1 through 8. And I'm not saying that you tolerate being an 8th seed and not winning the division or finishing second.
No, but there's no home field.
But Les, if there's ever going to be a year where you can go into the playoffs as an 8th seed, and this is obviously the only year because it's eight. This is the first time it's been 8 teams. But if there's ever a time to do it, it's now, because you don't have a crowd to do it. Yes, you have to go to the higher seeded team for that best of 3, but you're not going to have to deal with the crowd. And then think about this, Les. Let's say the number 1 seed is the Tampa Bay Rays, all right? Or and then the number 8 seed is, the New York Yankees, because the Blue Jays finished 2nd in the East. You really think that game 1 of a 1 versus 8, where Tampa's got to face Garrett Cole, you really think that Tampa's the favorite in that game?
No.
They're not. It's going to be the Yankees. So the 8th seed or the 7th seed has just as much a chance to beat the 1 or the 2.
Well, it still is unbelievable how well Toronto has played this year. You got to give them credit, but you're right, it doesn't mean anything as far as the seedings is concerned.